Hi, we decided to continue our investigation at the Fisheries Museum. Since the appearance of the ghost seems connected to Reed's family, we're looking into it. Did you know that Reed's into fish? Did you know that Gerard Reed's founded a fishing company and the Marco Marino, Tom's father? Unfortunately, before we could get through the rest of the archives, the ghost struck again. The security guard told us the camera suddenly shut off, and during that time, exhibits were smashed, windows broken, and strange markings appeared on the walls. The place is a real mess. Could you help us clean up from before panic spreads across town? And of course, keep your eye peeled for any clues. Maybe we'll find something we missed. Thanks, Daphne. Hello, and welcome back to the Scooby-Doo DLC for House Flipper 2. I'm going to have to just record these in enormous chunks and upload them because I don't have time to do the editing and trim it down to shorter episodes, which I don't like to do anyway because I kind of like the idea of the channel being more focused on just like cozy, long form, some light jokes. I'm trying not to I know I need to edit better and do more little edits when I'm not in the middle of the busiest semester I've ever had as a teacher. But I also don't want to make that the identity of the channel is I want to lean into being cozy and a little bit different, unlike a lot of the more famous, heavily edited channels. And if I'm smaller forever, that's fine. Anyway, sorry for the heavy drop there. Yeah, these are going to have to just be purely just me getting long play footage and uploading it because, oh my god, does it take a long time. I'm not sure when these exactly I'm going to post these. If you're worried about them, I'm having a hard time talking right now. My brain ain't working. I don't know if these are going to be going up in rapid succession just to get them out there. If they are, don't worry. None of the other playthroughs are canceled. Not even Bye Sweet Carol, which I had some trouble with. We are going to be continuing them. It just may have to go past Halloween based on recording schedule and stuff. But I hope you guys are enjoying this silly little time. I know I am. Oh. Huh. Let's try that again. There we go. So last we left off, we were cleaning up both houses and parties that had been visited by a definitely fake, because it's Scooby-Doo ghost. Not that Scooby-Doo is always fake, but it generally is. Certainly in the general knowledge it is, so a DLC wouldn't deviate from that. And we are now cleaning up a fishery museum, which seems to be another theme of this ghost, is fish-themed locations. Which makes sense, it is a fish-themed ghost after all. And we are going to keep on cleaning up and doing repairs until we solve this mystery. And yeah, apologies if you're not the one for 2 to 3 hour recording blocks, but that's just the easiest way for these to get done. Oh boy. So I was head down just cleaning there for a second. Let's actually look around. Anything I need to do in here? No. This is looking like it's going to be largely clean and repair, which we learned last time is not always shorter, but it is generally a little less brain power than leave this place. Having to fully renovate Are those just supposed to look that way, or? I guess I'm selling them, probably. Boy, a lot of stains. Let's release some Pinnacove. Covered the crayfish population, adding variety to the town's fishing portfolio. The restaurant's now run by their third generation. I'm probably not going to read all of these, but it is neat that they bothered to put in that much time and effort. I might skim this one just on account of the reads seem to be important to this story. Young age of 45. Sunken ship and body never found. Yeah, that's just more lorem ipsum. Oh, hey, a scary and mysterious tale about the first lobster fisherman of Pinna Cove. Barnacle Bob, as people called him, was a rowdy character who got into arguments easily. The story goes that one day he got into a shouting contest about the superiority of traditional fishing boats and as a result left the tavern agitated. We don't know if he tried to prove his point immediately or if he decided to sleep on his boat, but the night the argument took place, July 29th, was an especially stormy one. His ship was never seen again, at least not in its material form. Later, many people claimed that while walking at night along the coast, they had seen a fisherman-like silhouette wearing a yellow coat and with a hook for a hand and a lobster-like face. The ghost was allegedly last seen around 2005 when a brave witness shot a fuzzy video of what he believed to be Captain Barnacle Bob displayed here. It serves as a reminder that the legend is still alive, even if the protagonist very much is not. So there's our ghost, as opposed to this ghost, which is the ghost of Captain Cutler. Use? Oh, it make bleh sounds. Yes, I do know that who Captain Cutler is on site without having to look up the name. I know a lot about Scooby-Doo, which eventually all of you will learn when I finally get my Scooby-Doo themed video done in some amount of years, apparently. God, life is awful sometimes. Okay, that's going to be some repair work over there. Alright, there we go. Something else to sell in here? So yeah, very much left a lot of rooms untouched, so very much had an intent here. This was not just general mayhem. This, like the big chase at the rock show seems to be just sort of the goal was general mayhem. Here it seems like there's a much more specific goal because the movement of the ghost seems a lot more focused. That's locked from both doors, so we'll have to find the key somewhere. So this must be Captain Barnacle's boat, then? Hello. Lobsters shed their skin like lizards. Well, maybe this one does. Lobsters don't wear raincoats and kidnap people either. So that was... They left their full mask behind, which is not smart. I don't know where they need light. Buy these. Badoop. And badoop. Ah, more of these to sell. Okay. New wall. What? Okay, I gather we're doing this then. Why are they having me buy and put IKEA stuff on display at a fish museum? I don't know. That was weird. Happy that it was easy, though. Oh, this is going to be a lot of trash. Nope. No info on what that was. Just some more lorem ipsum. Huh. Haven't seen a trash can yet. Oh, first time we're doing a lawn mowing. Wow. Pardon the noise. Ah, there's the trash can. So I'm doing the totally sane and normal way to do a lawn mowing. They made the lawn mowing much more forgiving. The first game, it really did move kind of like a lawnmower, which was just a nightmare to have to actually deal with. So it's nice that this is much saner. Weeg. All right. And there's a trash can. So let's be as conscientious as we can. Oh, bye. Oh, okay, we're building an entire outdoor play place. They sure are using the insurance money wisely, I guess. Again, it feels weird when you're using just like IKEA catalog furniture to build the stuff for a museum. Even just it being the play place stuff feels a little silly. Speaking of silly, let's maybe not have that clipping into the reality there. Now that I realize those were wall panels, sort of ivy, clinging ivy, there we go, that'll look more normal. And there's no good place for this, but maybe if we do that, it'll feel a little less deranged. All right, back to the mystery. A little more. There we go. Let's get rid of these damaged planks. Just some lorem ipsum. Nothing telling us what was there, which feels like it should be an important note, given how intentional that vandalism seems, but it's fine. Vacuum up some of this busted glass, and by some I mean all. There's more. Last couple shards of glass. Wow, vacuuming usually isn't that hard to get done. Alright, what are we rebuilding here? Oh! Jeez. A lot of damage for someone in a lobster costume. All right, fake wooden tiles, go. Okay, yeah, I was right in guesstimating that was probably the playroom. Glass. Here. Weird. I don't want to build this playroom yet. I'll clear out the old stuff, but placing the toys seems like it's going to be a pain, so... Why are Frog and Crayfish Pinnaco's mascots? Everything started with Alistair Jr. Crayfish, who decided to move his crayfish-themed restaurant from Bessie Pond to Crayfish Coast. Asked by his kids about the move, he came up with a story about how a frog proposed to help a lonely crayfish move to the sea, where he can connect with his lobster cousin. Story of their perilous journey. They put a little too much thought into their actual setting in town here. It's kind of adorable. Alright, so we've got this insane glass floor that freaks me out. Just get cleaning up these stains first. That wasn't the ghost. You guys just haven't cleaned this building well enough. Someone faked the haunting for the insurance money. What do we... there's a lot of trash here. Oh my god. Oh, hello again.
Hello, it's me again, Leonore Reeds. I just heard what happened at the Fisheries Museum, and that you were asked to take care of the mess. I bet you'll notice something suspicious, or maybe you already have. I know the security guy. He told me what happened. My mom worked at the museum. Old connections still work. You know something about that. But now I'm more interested in what's on your mind. So, what do you make of this? I'm hoping it's not true, but it has crossed my mind as well. The gang is investigating the case as we speak. it will end sooner than I thought. And that was his mistake. He wanted to cast suspicion on me, which is obvious, but leaving out his family portrait did the opposite. That's why we outsmarted him. For me, it's also hard to believe, trust me. I remember Tom from the old days. He's always envied me because of my family's success, and he wanted our properties for cheap. I really think he started his real estate business solely to acquire my houses. The people of Pinnacove deserve to know the truth about him, so watch your step. Bye.
She's not doing a good job of faking it, is she? I really can't make heads or tails of that accent. I'm really not certain that isn't an AI voice. I feel like an AI voice would have less of a noticeable accent, though, given modern technology. Yeah, I'm just not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to worry about cleaning up the thousands of tons of garbage that this person left when they smashed up the place. Where's the last piece of trash? There it is. Oh, nope, this is a different zone. We'll find it. We'll find it as we do other stuff. Okay, we're back around here. What's up on our roof? Oh my god. Okay, so this didn't go anywhere. This is a beautiful museum. Shame about the state of it, but you know, that's what we're here for. Oh, interesting. So this seems like it was very intentional damage here. We will investigate that later. How many rooms do we have left? 10. We're getting there, because like 4 of them are down here. 5 of them. Get you? Oh, I will get you. I thought they fucked up spelling get out. Oh boy. Sure is nasty in here. Where's our... Okay. It's getting a little hard to spot the stains that I don't quite clean up all the way. There we go. One here. Alright, let's get this stuff reorganized. Start cleaning up these shards before anybody gets hurt. This is supposed to go here. Ah, we're not supposed to walk on the... Okay, good. Because that was freaking weird. Or wait, no. Okay, so that goes there, and then this goes around here. Good, because I did not like the idea of people walking on the glass floor. So that feels... Oh, never mind. Oh, you don't want the cases anyway. Spent all my time setting up the cases all nice and neat for you, and you wanted me to sell them. Fine. So we just want to set up this stuff. There we go. Much nicer looking. Okay, so we want the fence around here for sure, because here you could actually fall. There we go. Not yet. So I'm sure I need to do this as well. Why are we building more brick? It's so weird. What? Okay. Now I'm really confused. I don't know why it made us do that bit of floor before we... Get these really enjammed together. There we go. Okay, let's do this, I guess. Anything you want me to do over here? No, just the floor? Okay. Sure is a strange renovation of a building that didn't need to be renovated, just needed to be repaired a bit. I think it's deranged that they only want me to replace the worst parts of the floor, but not all parts of the floor. So, like, what I'm talking about is this. It doesn't say I need to repair this, but, like, ew. If you're paying to have the floor replaced, have the whole floor replaced. Like, you don't want different patches of ages of wood visible. Not if you're paying for a professional to come in and do this for you. Because we're selling these too. Just drop the stuff on the floor. This is one weird repair job they're having me do. See, they did it again. Give me that. All right. Where does because the feels like the boat go here, but then where does this case go? Here. It goes there, I've decided. Through no will of my own. You know what? This is a weird enough build. I'm letting them put the stuff back in. No, I'm not. I can't, in good conscience, say you guys deal with it, but this is some deranged repair work they're having me do. Okay. Just put some seats in for folks who get tired walking around the museum. That's very nice, honestly. I can appreciate that. This goes here. This goes here. Need another one of these cases, so we will... There we go. So let's flip it around. I'm going to forget about those, and I'm going to feel bad about it later. It's fine. Local fishman architecture. Okay, we've got a few more of these to pick up and just put somewhere. There we go, looking nice enough. I don't know where else to put these because the cases are full. Okay. Good enough. All right, we haven't cleaned out this room yet. This is a much nicer looking build than the house we did in the first episode. I did not like the overly 70s design we did on that house. I know it's Scooby-Doo, it's late 60s and most of the 70s, that's what we think of, but man, that house looked bad, in my opinion. Where do you want paint? Just here? Cool. Come on. There we go. All right. Bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Blorp, bloop, blorp, blop, bloop. Aw. Alright. We splootered some paint. Splootered some paint on there. Cool. Okay, this is pretty easy. Why are those slightly diagonal? That drives me crazy. And replacement projector so that we can watch the movies when they get in the IMAX fish movies. Yeah, it's totally an IMAX screen. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. I think I probably should have to reorganize a couple of those downstairs as well. Now that I think about it, I think there were some paintings I didn't clean up. Not that I actually have to, but you know. Get some lorem ipsum in here. All right, taking all bets. Am I going to finish tiling this floor just in time for them to demand that I build some brick on top of it? Or are we good this time? Ah, we're good this time. Okay, what are we selling? Getting rid of the old light strip in favor of more traditional painting lights. Some more ottomans. Really ottoming up the place. And an anchor, I guess. Alright, getting there. Only 4 rooms left, and 2 of those have got to be those upstairs ones. And one's the kids' room that we didn't build, so we're very close. 100 stains, Lord. And again, not all of this is ectoplasm and walking damage. Some of this is just that they don't clean this museum. I almost said motel regularly. Cleano, 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 clock. Alright, where's the one stain I didn't quite get? There we go. Alright, oh my god. Put this on the wall. Okay, it's only 4 ottomans though, so the buy is very easy on this one. Oh, and the key. We never found the key to the locked room, which has got to be our last other room to clean. So I'll have to look around for the key if it isn't in this room or the next room. It seems very likely it'll be in the next room, though. Whee! Nice. Okay. You got the 1 star. So we could technically finish now, but we're obviously not going to. Yep, I figured. Oh boy. I'm not used to picking up trash being the most tedious part of a build, but they sure found a way to make picking up the trash a nightmare in this one. So yeah, just because we're doing the Scooby-Doo set anyway, and I've got space to fill, I'm very curious. Not that any of you will know the answers, because no one knows the answers yet. I'm very curious what's going to happen with Scooby-Doo. Right now, the rights owners, Warner Brothers, are kind of collapsing. Warner Brothers and HBO just kind of didn't know how to run anything and were bad at their job. So right now, the property is kind of in limbo until it is going to be bought out by some other mega conglomerate, which, you know, that's reality, unfortunately. So I don't know. I don't know who's going to get in charge of Scooby-Doo. Which, like, right now, at the moment, Warner Bros. Is doing a horrible job with it. So, like, getting owned by someone else isn't strictly a bad thing, but, like, Warner Bros. Was doing a good job with it. They had a regular, like, showing with the franchise. They would put out made-for-TV movies all the time. The actors were consistent and really got shown a lot of love. It was a property that really did well for them. So I'm really bummed to learn, like, the post-Zaslav, like, collapse of animation. I'm hoping nothing too horrible happens to the Mystery Gang. Because Scooby-Doo played its, like, a tremendous role in my life. I wouldn't be the degree holder that I am if it wasn't for Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is a huge part of how I became a fan of pop culture and literature and animation and horror. It's hard to imagine a world without it, which is kind of what we're in right now. I don't know why I'm adding more boxes to the pile, but you guys get what you want. And I did not see a key in here, so we are in trouble. Pardon me while I just shove ottomans wherever because I want to be done with this. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with the franchise. So it's neat that they're letting out the license again so that stuff like this can happen. I'm enjoying this, but I am concerned. I am concerned for what's going to happen to my old pal, Scooby-Doo. Because, like, it's so many things. Scooby-Doo is the like, baby's first anti-capitalism. It's an intro for horror to younger folks. It's this, like, time capsule of the 70s, and it's this show that teaches people to, like, think critically and ask questions and face down superstitions, and I think that's so important. And as an educator, at least this semester, it's been a weird semester educationally. I've been really noticing And it could be just a weird semester thing. I don't know. But it does feel like this semester I'm having a lot more... Oh, I forgot to do surfaces first again. It feels like I'm starting to see some consequences of, like, not enough teaching of critical thinking this semester. It feels like sometimes my kiddos just accept what is given to them and don't ask for, more information or want to challenge what they've been told. And again, that could be a weird semester thing. I don't know that that's a generational thing or not, but it sure would suck if it was. So in the political climate we're in, we need people questioning what they're told and their the nature of their reality more than we've ever needed it. From both sides, from everyone in politics, it's a mess out there in a lot of ways. It's stressful. Like I said, part of what I love about Scooby-Doo is that it is a show that asks you to be critical of those of the the superstitions and the people around you, and ask, like, being good people doesn't mean that you don't have to. You can still be in a position where you are a good person and you work along with each other, but you try to ask questions and make sure that we're all in this together. Stop the bad people from ruining things. Aha. Scooby-Doo is ultimately this really awesome show about how a group of teens use science and investigation to question the myths that capitalism puts on their heads. And that's sick. That's really fun and cool. It's a very silly way to approach it, but it still works, and it still teaches a really valuable lesson, which makes it so much more powerful than some of those shows out there that go on for as long. Family Guy ain't up to 50 years, but Family Guy's up at like 30 or 40 years running. And it's not teaching anybody any valuable lessons. Scooby-Doo's been an openly queer space, which is super cool. One of Tom Marino's things got left. I just think it's such a cool, important institution, and I'm bummed that I don't know who's going to be in control of it soon, and that no one seems to be bothering with it right now. And then eventually, when I have time to work on stuff, you'll all be getting an earful of me explaining all of those things. What am I selling? The welcome mat. We're replacing the welcome mat with a different color of welcome mat. So that's why I was super jazzed to play this when I heard that there was going to be a crossover. So I love Scooby-Doo, and I enjoy these cozy little house flipper power wash simulator style games. I was more excited when I thought it was a power wash crossover. I just had that wrong. Then I was really, really excited. But still, this is a good time. I can't possibly organize these because it's not worth my time and effort. Okay. All done. Nice. Let's do the little comparison shots. It's going to be a lot less impressive of a comparison this time. So I hope you guys don't mind me indulging me in, a couple really long episodes of doing the Scooby-Doo mystery where we clean up and repair houses, just because this is so important to me. And great detective work. You found all the clues. I got lucky. You have a talent for it. Now we're closer to the truth. Really? Yes, it was key to the investigation. More details soon. Thanks, now I can feel like investigator too. Okay, so we had one more from Shaggy where we had to clean up the restaurant. Do we have a new one, or do we have to finish that up before we get anything more? I assume we're going to get at least the first one we did, and then one from each of the human characters. Maybe one from Scooby as well. Nothing new. Hey there, so Scoob and I split up the gang to, investigate the local cuisine, but just as we were about to dig in, things got really weird. I'm not the best at Shaggy. I wish I was, but he's not one of my go-to voices. First, there was some sort of squabble at the table between your friend Tom and a tense, dark-haired lady. Don't know what that was about, but they left before dessert. Then zoinks, like a minute later, all the lights were down. The creepy ghost showed up again. I'm going Southern rather than Shaggy. I can't do it. I'm too bad at this. Fish flew, tables flipped, and everyone ran screaming. The place was a total mess after all that fuss. Shuttered windows, busted furniture, food everywhere. It's gonna need like a full cleanup, man. And while you're at it, we think the owners should add an outdoor barbecue area. Scoob and I loved the grilled herring at the festival. They should be put into sandwiches. Hungry regards, Shaggy and Scooby too. Okay, that seems like Scooby is not going to be getting his own little text thing, which is sad given that it's a Scooby-Doo crossover, but also makes a lot of sense. I'm sorry, I was looking away and now it's ringing. Oh, they got Frank Welker.
Good guess. Scooby-Doo, where are you?
And Matthew Lillard.
Look. Like, seen any clues, man? Yeah. Look for yourself. Smells like barbecue. Oh boy, we are feasting big tonight, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Bye-bye.
Aww. I can't imagine how expensive that must have been just to pay for those two voice actors for this, but I'm glad they did. That was super cute. There we go. We got Lillard and... Oh, my brain shut down. I said it just a moment ago, but my brain is too tired. Frank Welker. Ah, man. Super cool. Alright, let's just start working on the exterior, I guess. Shaggy and Scooby paw prints. That's great. Oh boy, it's gonna be a lot of little fiddly cleaning out here, though. Why did it stop counting stains? I missed this one and this one. Okay, cool. All right. So we got more of this stuff. Can't sell it this time. Oh! I forgot for a second that they just spawn walls when you sell a door, so that was kind of a jump scare. I get why the programming works that way, but it's a very weird visual choice. I forgot about the character. I haven't looked at the hand while I've been vacuuming. I forgot about the character's horrible plasticky skin in this game. Clean up the glass so no one gets impaled in the foot. Alright, let's put the door back in the wall. And the windows. Nice. And open sign. Where? There, I guess. Oh. I wasn't expecting this. Hurt. What are we gonna do after? I mean, we're obviously gonna like replace it with different tiles or something, but what is the purpose of this? And it's so much smashing. Well, it's getting rid of some of the cleaning I have to do at least, which is nice. Oi. 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 Erg. Smash. 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 This is ridiculous. Oh my god, okay. Last little kunkus. Okay, done with the smash. Clean up what stains are left. Oh, ew. All right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's the last stain. Okay. Let's sell the... I knew I was selling weeds. What else are we selling? Oh, overgrown trees. And we've got to repair a bunch of windows. Boop. Boop. Huh. That's not what I expected. Oh, missed some. Guess we're making an outdoor dining area. What happens if I just tile over the... Interesting. So that said 6. That says 5. Okay. That's an easy way to clean up some of the stains. Whee! Got it. All right. Gonna have to clean up this stuff still, though. Oh, we're gonna have to buy a lot, so let's maybe not go too crazy. More Shaggy and Scooby. Shaggy and Scooby's footprints. Get this zone clean. Let's get these righted. Sell this door. Get this righted. There's the last stain. What do we need to sell? Doors and a rose bush. All right, we've made the building completely inaccessible. This one's going quick. Door. It did the thing again. Wind. Other type of window. All right, that's nice. One, two, three. One, two, three, four. Five, six. Huh. Seven. Let's get tiling before I forget. Before I forget that. I was a human before I was man. I will remember before I forget. Before I forget that. Doodly-loo-loo bop. Whoops. Well, that's fine. I love the skills that make you rapidly lay tiles in this game. They're so funny. Sick. All right. Nice and easy. Add some lights around here. Four, five. Is it six, right? Yeah. Six. Trash bin. Lamps. This is a great location to do for a Scooby-Doo renovation thing, having to do like a local diner. That's really smart. All of the locations have been good locations, like a rock festival, the haunted house. I assume we'll get a more haunted house sometime as like our big last one, but yeah, the museum where they did the investigation, like all of those have been very smart. So I've been impressed with that. Oh, I'm an idiot. That wasn't for, it's fine. We can make this look very normal and intentional without too much trouble here. There we go. And outdoor grills, which, God, that's a cool idea for a burger joint, is that you can do the cooking indoor or do like an outdoor party. Two, three, four of these. Why did one not take? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I needed 5. I'm not going to be super precise here. Apologies if it freaks your brain out. Nice. All right, the interior now. Going a lot quicker today. So far. Oh, no. Oh, hey. We found our thumbnail, folks. Oh, God. It did a lot of damage here. So this is just all breakage, right? Like, this has to be, like, the comedy chase scene. This doesn't feel like it's gonna be the like, most important, like, clue was at the diner. Oh, my God. There's so many stains, though. I need a more powerful cleaning implement than a squeegee. A brush, even, rather. I can't imagine how bad the viewership on these videos are going to be, and I don't even care. I'm just so happy that Scooby-Doo is doing a fun little tie-in. Neat. Only 4 rooms left. But they're freaking crazy rooms, so still over we're still at around 100 stains left to clean up in this freaking kitchen. All right. Hold on. I can remove some of these stains by just selling stuff. Oh, we're gonna have to completely renovate the kitchen, apparently. That's gonna take some time. Also explains why we don't have a single star yet, even though it's barely anything left. Oh boy, okay. Really? I'm not selling the, like... Okay, I am. I just can't sell them with the trash bag. That's annoying. Those are small enough. They should be sellable with the trash bag. That's a little perk you get, by the way, in case anyone doesn't understand that. There's a perk you can get that makes it so you can sell small items with your trash bag instead of having to switch to the sale tool, which helps when, like, something little falls on the ground, like often happens when you're just quick selling a kitchen. Because the trash bag's good at picking up lots of trash at once, but the sale tool can only sell one at a time, so it just makes it, it's not as nice as it could be, but it's a little, like, time saver. What am I selling? Door. There's one more piece of trash in here that I'll have to track down at some point. Let's get rid of the rest of these stains and the vacuum stuff so that the trash stands out. There it is. Hello. Hello. I don't know why we have to vacuum up the graham crackers. They really, honestly look like Ritz crackers. More glass. The vacuum always takes long to figure itself out. Okay, clean this, clean this, clean this, clean this. There you are. Or not. I thought you were. There. Nice. Okay, let's resurface before we lose track of it, because I will forget again, and then I'll be annoyed again. Whoop. It's fine. Hi, Willow. God damn it. Be right back. All right. I had to take care of the cat and do some quick stuff around the house. But we are back. And we are making a horrendous mess of this kitchen by accidentally making the tiles too tall. There's a star. I keep expecting to run out of tiles, and I haven't yet. There we go. Oh God, that's gonna be a lot of purchases. I'll come back to that after we do more cleaning. Kitchens are always the worst. Oop, boink. Oh. Another Merino card set up to make him look guilty. Oh no, the sandwich. All right, who do we? There's so much trash. There's so much trash. At least we pick up a lot with a single click, potentially. Under 100 now. Okay. You're not trash. You're just saleable food. Alright, okay, let's get to selling. What all are we selling? Definitely anything damaged. We're not selling all the stuff. Cool. So we don't have to like rebuild their entire dining area, which I was starting to wonder after we were rebuilding their entire kitchen. Door. Paper. Oh! Lore. And food. All right, we get this stuff cleaned up, and that's how we find the little pieces of trash we're missing. Whoop, diddly-dee, diddly-dee, diddly. Lots of footsteps here to clean up. More of this. Where's the rest of this junk? There's one. Ah. And there's the last thing. Cool. Alright, vacuum stuff. There's our trash. Oh my god, the most vacuuming I've ever seen. Okay, there's like a patch of glass or something. More crackers. More Ritz crackers over here. Any more? There should be more vacuuming to do. Suspicious. By this door. God. I don't mean to do that. Whoop. Alright, come on. I just have to get around the stupid fish. Oh boy, that's bad. Well, they're not going to complain because they aren't programmed to, so it's fine. I can make a mess if I want. Or even if I don't want. I'm actually probably better at making a mess even if I don't want. Let's get this stuff cleaned up. This will help us find the freaking last thing we need to vacuum if the floor is not as messy as humanly possible. Okay. Where the heck is the last little pieces of vacuuming? Ah, glass. Cool. All right. Couple little things to buy because we had these destroyed. Just a blank painting because we're freaks. Oh, okay. It loads in on its own. That's something at least. Whoop. Nice. Okay. Clean up the bathroom. Clean up the bathroom. Clean up the clean up the clean up the bathroom. So came in through the window again. I didn't find a clue this time. So far. New bathroom door. Once again, does not feel like it falls under the purview of cleaning, but it's fine. I'm just going to do a quick pass, see if I find any clue type things I should have picked up and didn't. This one looks really nice. I am a little bummed that I have to do a kitchen, though. Okay. Oy. Start with something big and easy to place. Just a bunch of ovens. Big old fridgey boy. A couple more for good measure. Yeah, this is what a diner looks like, with a bunch of fake stovetops. Dishwasher, rotate. Whole bunch of these. Just a whole bunch of these. One here. Then we need two of these, which I guess go in the middle, for lack of a better idea. Big, ugly clock. 4 pots. 2 larger pots. Coffee grounds. Even bigger pot. Well, just a different pot. More coffee grounds. Four plates. Bucket. Mop foregoing with bucket. 2 more plates. Fire extinguisher holder. Fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher sign. First aid holder. First aid kit. Some crock pots that a diner severely does not need. Cookie jars. More crock pots that a diner severely does not need. Water kettle. Waffle irons. 2 toasters. And a mixer. And a mixer. Woo! All done. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right, let's see what pops up next. I assume it's going to be Velma telling us to do, like, the biggest thing, which we'll have to take a quick look at and see how long it looks like it's going to be, because I don't know that... This has been a much shorter recording, but if it's an enormous house, it's going to take forever. So I'll have to make a call on that one way or the other. Me and Scoop visited that diner again. We had our reasons, and wow, it's spotless like it never happened. How did you like the barbecue? Yummy. Oh, you meant in terms of like your work. It's perfect, man. I think that was better. I still don't think I have a good Shaggy, but I think that was better. Hey, Willow. All right, let's see what we've got. Case solved. Greetings, Miss Flipper. Some of the clues led us to the Reed's family mansion, which turned out to be enormous. The place is perfect to set a trap. Unfortunately, Fred expected the ghost to go through the front door, but Jinkies and emerged from thin air. Or as we later found out, a clever secret passage. But since Shaggy and Scooby took their role as bait seriously, they lured the ghost towards the main hall, and boom, the floor broke under them and trapped the pursuer in the debris. And as we took off their mask, but you've probably already guessed who it was pretending to be the ghost, and if not, I'm sure you'll figure it out since you've seen the crime scene. This house should be a real challenge, even for a seasoned flipper like you. Let's stay in touch, Velma. I'd love to stay in touch, Velma. My girlfriend. All right, let's see what this monster is. So I got other stuff to do today. The loading screen is certainly not inviting. "23 rooms, that's not crazy. Gonna be a lot of repair work, though. Oh my god. We've got keys to find. This doesn't look too bad. We can probably finish this up in 2 recordings then. Oh. Neat. All right, let's get selling all these ivy and brush that's just blocking whatever else we need to do out here. Alright, not so bad so far. I'm missing like one weed or something. There it is. It's not weed, it's this. Alright, so outside it's just cleaning up the tracks from the mystery machine. Some not at all real blood stains. Definitely like some cherry wine stains or something. Alright. That's good. Oh man. Oh man. Nice. They're very excited about the first aid kit holder and the fire extinguisher holder. Okay, so multiple keys we're going to have to be on the lookout for. Put a crate in the corner. Workbench. Nice. Do you want me to do something about the tree that's like horrendously blocking the path? That feels like something we should be doing something about. 1957. This is a weird house. All right. Nothing to do here but clean. Not too bad so far, but obviously the interior is where the problems are going to be. Nice and easy. Let's get these last few leaves. And by few, I mean like several dozen. All right. That appears to be the entirety of the outdoors cleaned, which did not make even a small dent in our what we need to do, but that's fine. Sell those Scooby snacks. Oh, more exterior. Oh, did we just sell someone's wheelchair? That feels bad. Chairs, 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 chairs. What else is there to sell on this bench? Okay, so we're going to have to do some exterior siding, which I'm surprised we didn't have to do more of, honestly. Okay. Get this, that, and this, and that, and this, and that. I'm excited to look at the mystery when we actually get in there. But no reason to not just finish off the exterior first. It'll be nice and easy to get done. Game, you're not behaving properly. There we go. Grab a little more. Nice. It's just something I've missed to say. Ah, some ivy up there. Alright, what do you want me to buy? You want me to liven up this outdoor porch, which makes sense. Just cover up that little mistake with a hammock and no one will ever know. Did I realize I also needed to do a sofa, which would do an even better job of covering it up? No. And that's fine. 2, 2, 3. Excellent. I would not put a carpet on an outdoor balcony. That's a bad call. That is going to get rain damage almost immediately. Oh geez. They fell down the pit with an armor suit. That's some damage. Alright, before I repair this hole in the floor, do I have any other easy way to get down into this room? Now I do. That's why I checked. Take this key so I can explore this secret passageway as well. Ah, that makes sense. Game is really starting to freak out, though. Apologies for the occasional weird lag spike. Dear Lenore, the weather in Iceland isn't as nice as Pinna Cave, but there are even more fish. Yesterday I visited the fishing cannon company. It reminded me a lot of the one back home. I almost felt like I was there again. That good old smell of fish everywhere. Hope that lying about my fake death at sea isn't weighing too heavily on your conscience. I've already found a safe place where you and your mom could join me. She's probably devastated by how it all turned out and still blaming herself for the hair fish oil idea. The life insurance money should be enough to pay our debts. That's why I'm writing you directly. You've always been my strong little girl, and I know you're more than capable of arranging a trip to Iceland for the both of you. Huh. I mean, we knew it was her. I'm not quite sure what that... If she just needed to, like... Whoa! I guess I'm just not quite picked up on why we needed to do a ghost haunting for any of this. We'll probably get some more hints or another explanation. Some more junk to sell. What's our last thing to sell? A beam. There we go. Alright, so yeah, the green was obviously green paint. That's not shocking. We'll do that in a second. I want to... sell these fish things. Fake reinforced beams. Okay, so clearly using a... Yep, two-sided mirror to peer through and see when someone was there so they could ambush. That's a nice touch on the game programmer's part. Not a lot of people know that's just good thinking through. It would have been cute if they'd done the eye peer holes through the painting, but that is a good accurate way to do how someone would do this kind of thing. Cool. Only 17 rooms left. It's going great. All right, let's... That's probably the most we're going to be able to do in a single wave. Okay. Nice and easy. We'll redo... Again, this bizarre world where everything is just... I pat down some concrete or bricks and then put tiles on it instead of just making a concrete floor. And we need the other one, the neutral wood tiles for this. Probably going to need a couple boxes, but we'll find out because it's not 100% coverage.
Hello,
hey there, bud.
favorite Flipper. You must have arrived on the scene by now. Velma told me she already contacted you, but I thought I might see if we're on the same page. Do you understand what you're there to do? You could definitely say so. I mean, cleaning up the scene will surely help you find more clues, or straight up evidence as to what's behind the ghost's appearance. Although, I'm pretty sure you've figured it out by now.
I mean, it wasn't too hard.
Did you see it coming? Because up until tonight, I really believed someone was playing a terrible prank on her. I actually wanted to apologize to her for our small argument. But then I arrived at the residence right in time to see the final reveal. And now the cat's out of the bag. But I imagine you might have some questions still.
I wish they'd gotten Velma's voice actor to do this, but it's fine.
I know that they were looking forward to finally meeting you. Unfortunately, they had to leave Pinnacove in a hurry. To deal with an allegedly possessed robot, I think? But they can for you. I'll make sure you get it. And this is not the end yet. I still need your help. After witnessing the story unfold, I came up with an idea for a fun place. And I found a perfect building for it. Just check your email once you're done with your current work. Talk to you soon, friend.
Would have been nice to get Katie Micucci in here to do the final, here's who it was and why and all that. That would have been neat, but getting Welker and Lillard was certainly enough, but would have been cool. Dartboard goes here. Triple 20. Bullseye. Missed. Please don't make me put all... Thank you. It's such a bummer when they make you put all of the different pool balls in. They've done that once before. Clear out all of the junk we can before doing anything else. Man, this place is falling apart. What do we sell? Floodlight. Trash, trash. Yeah, pretty easy to solve mystery, and neat that there's another level. We're gonna have to see if we're doing that final level as part of the channel or not. It's gonna depend on how, like, what it is and how tied into Scooby-Doo it feels. Because this is obviously our sort of finale of the whole thing. Gotta be careful on those life insurance schemes, man. Companies get pissed about that kind of stuff. All right. Let's get this stuff together. I'm glad they're not making us buy too terribly much. Sometimes these big houses get crazy. Even the kitchens have been really forgiving on this one, which is nice. And a big old carpet. Only 15 rooms left. I'm sure it's going to get ridiculous over here, though. Some of these, there's got to be some awful rooms in here that are going to be a nightmare. I mean, we're already having a little bit of that with the peeled wallpaper. Nice. Okay. Selling stuff. This and that. And what else are we selling in here? This rag. Are we not selling this? That looks like the kind of thing we would sell. Oh, I can clean it. Okay. Well, if I can just clean it, that's fine. I'd say later, but every time I've done it later, I end up forgetting it and then causing myself problems. So let's do the tiling. Fun little DLC. Goofy little Scooby-Doo plot that we just sort of like existed in the ephemera of. We just sort of existed on the sidelines. Oh boy, wallpaper, man. They never give you enough of it. I don't like wallpaper. I think I said that in the first episode. I'm not a big fan of wallpaper as a design thing. All right. Let's just do the cleanup, sale, and other stuff for now, and then we'll come through and do the purchasing at the end. A lot of wallpaper we're gonna have to put up. A lot of destruction happened in this room. Why did that only count as one trash? Huh. Well, same process as always. Clean up until we find it. Oh, this house needs way more than a simple renovation if the ivy had grown through the windows and into the house. That is a much more severe problem than just a simple cleanup is going to handle. That's structural damage. We should probably be just demolishing this house. I'm probably selling this. Yeah, there we go. Wait a second. There we go. That was one of the cells I was missing. Clean the trash. Clean the trash. Wipe down that trash bag. Okay. One more stain here. Nice. Bits and bobs? Key holder. Clock. A carpet. Umbrella stand. Nope, wrong button. That and I guess you go there. Oh, let's do that properly. There we. Oh. Ah, there we go. That'll be all 5 of them. Yep. More trash. There's one trash we're missing. Could be, like, anywhere. Tile, tile. Sandwich bits and bops. I shouldn't have sold the banister. I'll have to come buy another one of those of my own. Skateboards. That's good. That's good. There's great detail work in here. Oh my god. All right, we have to follow the trail of carnage for a second. Amazing, amazing. Oh, I thought there was going to be more floors than this. So yeah, this isn't going to be too bad. Oh. Oh my god, they did so much damage to this poor house. The hell? Is this an ad for another game of theirs or something? Yeah, it's certainly going to be work, but we're getting through it pretty quick. I'm gonna have to replace that banister for sure. Alright. Store, buildings, we're gonna need ladder. Scaffolding. Back to the quests. We need to replace those windows that we just sold. Brick this back on up here. Where's the last stain upstairs, man? Oh, there it is. Yeah. That's not too many surfaces, so... Do it nice and proper. Proper as we can, at least. And by can, I mean let's be kind of lazy, but not, you know, maximally lazy. Fix this balustrade. Bop. And skadoodly boop. Oh, that one went too high. Alright, a few more of these, and we are done with the upstairs. Nice. Lot of ground floor to fix. Flip you on your right side, move you somewhere that you aren't blocking stuff I need to do. All right. It's all coming together. Gonna be a nice looking house when we are done. Hut, 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 grab, hut, 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 hut. All right. Bop. Never found that piece of trash. There it was. Cobweb. Alright, let's clean up the rest of the downstairs. And we can start buying stuff for the downstairs. And then we've got the upstairs, which is going to be its own little project, it looks like. But why did the chain just fall down? Whatever. Damaged door frame. And some bread and cheese. Okay. Everything's sold. Ah. New door. Looks very nice. Nothing to sell, just... That can't be right. Okay. Woo! We dodged doing a lot of a kitchen, at least. Maybe not all of the kitchen, but we dodged doing too much of the kitchen. Sell that halberd again. Someone lost a lot of halberds in this location. So that's where all this white paint came from. It was a bucket trap over the trap door. That is a great secret passage. As someone who has a secret passage in their house, that's a nice secret passage. I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to help clean up for a Halloween party tonight. Super jazzed. We're gonna watch some classic horror movies. I'm our horror movie aficionado of the group. There's a couple others who like them, but I'm the one who's kind of crazy about them. How did a branch grow through the window into the kitchen? Who let this happen? I should not be cleaning this house. I should be demolishing this house. One more stain managed to survive in here. Where is it? There it is. There we go. All right. Guess these'll do. Yeah, I hope you guys are planning to have some fun on Halloween. I love Halloween. I'm a big old Dorcas about it. It's my favorite holiday, honestly. So I love this time of month, time of year. It's when I get to really go ham on the horror stuff and the channel, and it usually marks sort of the beginning of the end of the semester. So it's a good time for me, and I hope you guys are setting up something to have a good time too. The fake stovetop. I mean, I know it's technically a real stovetop, but the not built-in stove drives me crazy. I've only ever lived in a place with a built-in stove, so it seems insane to have like a separate stovetop that you just can move around. But that's all they have in this game. It always has been. Tupperware. I don't remember what that thing's called. Dish rack. A cooking pot and a kitchen towel, which can be hard to hang. Good. It wasn't hard to hang this time. That's nice. Any cleaning I need to do in this secret passage over here? Oh, would you look at that? This is cool, man. This is a great setup for a house. Here's that underground passageway. I don't think there's anything else I needed to clean up down here. Nope. Great. Then let's get the rest of the bottom floor done here. Okay, we're setting up for our Roomba. Putting some gothic ass chairs in here. The Roomba really ruins the aesthetic of this room. I think we flip this over here. And then we put this over here. Yeah, that's better. This is a gorgeous room. Oh, the carpet kind of clashes, but that's fine. Tray. Love the big gothic design stuff. That is lovely. Nothing else to do here but buy stuff. Cool. We need to replace the windows that we broke. Well, that were broken and that we sold. Alright. Ceiling tiles. Another one over here. This moves over here. One, two. Ah. Come on. Come on. 3. And the last one is here. We learned about these before. This is a pillar that we can extend up to the right height. Coffee tables. Sofa. Some chairs. A chaise lounge. This is looking nice. These houses clean up so good. One of these here and one of these here. This shall go there. And another one. Let's actually put these there then. Need a lot of lamps apparently. Oh wow, the IKEA naked angel statue. Beautiful, beautiful. This still counts as part of this room, right? Because I feel like the statuary makes sense as part of the staircase. Big welcoming carpet. That's a little too close to the ledge. That'll break. Clock goes here. Another vase. Geometric wolf head. Geometric stag head. Board games. Some of these are really big board games. Oh my god. Okay. Chess set definitely goes by the chaise lounge, which means we have to move the lamp to the other table. And 2 big vases. The roses that go in them. And that should be downstairs done. No, we have more to buy in this room. Okay, we'll get that in a second here. More big, stinky ceiling tiles. Have to be so precise so as to not need to move them again. Whew, those were nice and lucky. Coffee table. I like the gothic look to this little house they have us setting up. It looks so nice. Chaise lounge. Let's pick the axe off of the ground. Get the sword out of the fireplace. That's not the sword, that's the firewood. Get the sword out of the fireplace. TV cabinet can go right here. Television. Gotta have a television in your Gothic mansion, obviously. That doesn't sound insane. Alright, that went faster than I thought, so... I think that means we only have the upstairs left, right? Alright, sell whatever we can so that we don't have to clean as much. Food, 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 food. Sticky note that says this way. That's so cool. God, I love secret passages, man. Oh, secret room. Man, this is a great house they've set up here. All right, let's clean up this secret room on the 3rd floor. This one's gonna probably be like the most redesign of the whole dang thing. Whoa! I didn't see what the picture was of, but it did have fake glowy eyes. Sorry to everyone who missed that. I just was clicking away and sold the painting immediately before we got the full effect. Bunch of adorable fake scares in this room. Something else I need to sell in here. We'll find it later. This is you. More cobwebs to throw away. Got him. I still don't quite get why the ghost haunting happened in this one, other than it's Scooby-Doo. Like, normally in a Scooby-Doo episode, the haunting is to, like, scare people off, to, like, you know, find a treasure, or, like, shut a place down. This time it just kind of seemed like they could have just escaped the country and been fine. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. We got a fun fake ghost with lobster body parts, and that's fun enough. Whoop. All right. Really ugly Riddler friggin' most Riddler core wallpaper I've ever seen. We finished doing the Scooby-Doo part, and now we're setting up for a Batman villain to buy out this house. Which sounds like a good idea right up until you realize a Batman villain's just going to steal the house. They're just gonna kill you and take it over. Oh man, gonna have to repaint that. Okay, buy some more white paint. Sell that. Paint up. Nope, don't do that. Okay, did that again. We're gonna need to turn this into a big party space, huh? The music is so funny. Alright. And that's shelving. That there. We got the popcorn buckets. Oh. End table for people to store stuff on. Move that just a little bit. There we go. Nope. There we go. Put these over here. The Shaggy and Scooby neon lights. Oh, it's adorable. They're pretty big, though. The heck do I put this? It feels like it should just barely fit, but it's not. I don't want to put it on the screen, but that feels like the only other place there's space for this thing. Alright, I give. I didn't choose this life. Don't blame me. Fruit bowl. Six. 2 bags of crunchies. Some Shooby Shacks. Apples. 2 big sandwiches. Good, good, good. Love 2 big sandwiches. And a plate. Or 2. Nice. Okay. Back down to the 2nd floor, where we've got some cleaning to do. Where's the last piece of trash? Is it a cobweb or... Yep. Cell, Skullhead, and Glowy. Buy a replacement door, which is fair. And 3 carpets. 3 enormous, enormous carpets. Oh boy. Completely destroyed bathroom. Redo all of this. So is the gang paying me to repair the damages, or did they just get a hold of me vis-a-vis the house repair like the homeowner? So clearly this is where our villain was living. Whether they were living here legally or not, I can't say. But they had like notes here and stuff. It was at least a hideout, if not living here. Alright, let's... So I don't know who's paying me for this. Probably should have asked that before I started. Oh, the roof. Oh, ew. Alright, pick up the leftover detritus. Gonna have to do a lot of finish work in there. I've walled myself out, huh? Shoot. Alright, fine. We'll have to waste some money, but... There we go. Okay. Now that we can get back in there, let's rebuild our wall. Casco Amontillado this stuff. Cool. Clean up our stains from the paint chase. Something else to sell in this part of the room. It's the chain. All right, let's clear up this whole section before we start finalizing everything. It's going to be a lot of work. Click, 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 click. Okay, clean up the trash, clean up the trash, clean up the trash. Clock. There's that, okay. Almost there. On this part of the house, there's the other half of the upstairs we have to do still too, but we're closing in. Nice. Where's... there. Alright. Let's get... as much of this wall as we can done now that both of these doors are clear and easy to use. And finishing. Before I forget again. Okay. Let's just get some wretched wallpaper and finish this up. You want... Fine, let's make it look a little nicer. Whew, this is going to be a headache of a room to be in. Damn it. Buy more of this purple stuff that's out of a nightmare. Whoo! Let's go, let's go. They give you so little. They give you so little. Oh, well, I'm not fixing that. I'm done. Fine, I am. Okay. Close this. What do you want in this room? Let's do this. It'll make sense with the line that's already set up for us. And it uses up something we had to buy extra of anyway, so slightly more money efficiency in a game where money efficiency barely matters. And let's grab this other wallpaper since we're here and can. Whew. Holy moly. We aren't even done buying for these rooms yet. We're just repairing the walls. Alright, before I forget, let's repair these walls as well. Ooh-wee. The gang sure did a number on this house. Yeah, no, if you think I'm bothering to match the wallpaper at this point in the bathroom, I'm not. This is a bathroom. Wallpaper in a bathroom is just a sin against keeping your house not damp and moldy. I have no idea what they want out of this bathroom, so I'm just setting it up. Catch as catch come. A phrase I'm sure everyone has heard before and does not sound insane to anyone. One of these around here. And one of these right here. And I'm never looking in this wretched bathroom again. Let's give him a real dresser to actually use. Nice and easy room. That's appreciated. All right. Bedrooms. Bedrooms are a little annoying, but not disastrous. See if that helps. Yes. There we go. Desk for working at. Some extra chairs for lazing about. Those ended up a mess, but I don't care. Those are our side tables. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, your vinyl records. Oh, you put a neon Daphne in your bedroom. That's creepy. Hex girls. There's either a very cool lesbian or a very disappointing straight man living in this room. This shouldn't go here, but it's fine. Crystal ball that glows. Woo! Looking good. We aren't like setting this up for the Scooby gang to live in, are we? Because we've set up a Shaggy and Scooby party room, and now we've set up a Daphne bedroom. Are we going to set up a Velma and a Fred room over here somewhere? Did you want me to sell this Ivy or anything? No. Okay. We're trapped! Oops. Let's try that again. Oh, I keep moving my fingers too much. There we go. So all we have to do is surface in there? Okay, weird. Last hallway, theoretically. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we're just about done. Then we'll see what the hell the last room is, the last house is, and decide if we're doing that for the channel or not. Thank you guys for joining me on this. I know it's a little weird for my channel. Oh boy, these are the most damaged rooms of all, huh? Nice that we're repairing this old place. It's a nice house that fell into very, very, very severe disrepair. Let's replace the door so we can actually get into this room. Don't need to sell anything, huh? Okay, yeah. It's just being a little silly about loading stuff. Nope. Didn't mean that. Sell. Sell in the cell. Okay. Let's try this again. Neat. And 6. Okay. Let's clean these on up. Finish selling everything, and then we can start doing finish again. Looks like someone tried to put stuff back together. They just didn't know what they were doing. Which, to be fair, in real life, I wouldn't know what I was doing either. This is a video game where I play as someone who's actually good at this. Okay, vacuum. We gotta finish getting whatever little glass shards and such. There we go. Ah! Oh, Lord. You want me to, like, actually recreate the pattern? No, that's not happening. A lot of purple in these designs, green and purple, which I get it, it's Scooby-Doo. The green and brown certainly, and the purple's kind of just the 70s look with the Daphne and such, but boy. There's always going to be shower touching wallpaper? No. Oh, the decay and rot. Oh, my heart. Don't do this to me. So how... Edit wiring. You. Turn on you. Okay, that's all it was. It's been a long time since I had to do that. What surfaces do you need? Ah, okay. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad that they heeded my warning. Even if I need to friggin' evacuate the shower because I'm an idiot. Woo! All right, that goes there. This will go here. And this goes around that. All right, 3 more rooms. Replacement window. Replacement window. The hat for your window. And a bunch of tiles. So hard to see if I'm lining it up correctly. Ooh. Okay. Woo! Carpet. Oh, let's not do this yet. Okay. Just straight up wood tile. I think I'm just going to ignore the pattern. I think for the sake of my own sanity, we're just going to pretend like there is no fancier pattern. Whee! Almost there. We just got the 2 bedrooms or whatever they are to finish after this. And they're at least already cleaned. We just gotta do the other part. The finish and the setting up stuff. Yeah, it's a little ugly that I messed that up, but it's fine. Carpet. 1, 2, 3. Oy, okay. I don't know what you are. Other than a problem. Wood. Little tiny row, little tiny row. Bless me. I'm sorry if any of that caught on, Mike. Hi, Willow. How are you? Did you realize that you could just sit on my lap and I would love you and pet you? Oh, that is very blue. This is certainly a Fred Jones room, I'm assuming, with this white blue pattern. It is so sharp on the eyes against the browns that the rest of the room is. Oh, it's fine. More of this. I'm gonna jump a long ways back to when I said it would be creepy to have the thing of Daphne up on your wall. I mean that explicitly in a setting where these are people who exist and are part of the canon now. It's creepy to have, like, just a person, like a neon of a person up on your wall that's a real person. And I stand by that. I know that that happens with, like, celebrities and stuff in real life. I still think that's kind of creepy. Little bit more. Nice. Okay. Yep. This is a Fred room. With the mini fridge. All right, last few things. We're closing in on the end of all of this. Woo-wee, I'm losing it. I'm so tired now. Obviously, that's definitely where they intended that to go. Alright, let's make room for where the TV should logically go. There we go. I'm not as crazy as I look. Clock. I missed it. Oh my god, all the knickknacks and tchotchkes. This is exactly what I was talking about when I said on, like, the previous house or whatever that, like, often they make filling out bedrooms have lots of little nuisancey stuff, and kitchens too. Kitchens are really bad about this usually. Oh my god, that's a reference of a mask. Oh, that's cute. It's ugly as hell, actually, but it's fun that it's a reference to the show. From what the worst parts of season 2. And by worse, I do mean just more racist parts of season 2. Can't have been on the television for 50 years without having some racist episodes. That's just the nature of history. The Fred room gets art easels, huh? Wouldn't have been my read, but it's a read. Waste bin. Oh no, not a waste bin. That's where the paint go. Paint brushes, that is to say. I'm being a little haphazard with this room. It's fine. Bink, bank, bunk. Last room, last room. Which is going to be a Velma room, apparently. Which is fun. Alright, we're once again just obliterating the pattern on the bottom because I can't be arsed to recreate the fancy pattern. I am far too lazy of a person for that. Hello? Okay. Saved it? Nope, didn't save that one. It's the mistakes that make the home personal. If it was all perfect, it wouldn't be my version of the house. Oh god, my arm is slipping because I'm so tired of this. Ah! It's been so many hours of repairs. If you guys don't tell anybody, I won't tell anybody. Nobody needs to know that the wallpaper job was horrible. They won't notice. They're not real. Did putting away the wallpaper and grabbing it again give me a bunch of extra wallpaper? It felt like it did. Ah, that's how it worked. Woo! Okay, just purchases left. Slightly off, slightly off. There, nope. Still slightly off. Yay! It's the girl. Give her cameras, which I could see as a thing. Old typewriter. Woo. Dark Side of the Moon? case file. That's cute. Magnifying glass, fancy teacup, plant pot, and plant. Whoo! Let's see how it looks. Little highly saturated for a cartoon, like a cartoon, but very nice. Friggin' ton of work. Love the neons of the gang running. I would totally have those in my house. Probably a little smaller. All right. I got it. First, Gerard Reeds pretended to be a ghost to fake his death. Now, Lenore Reeds comes back to use the same trick. Oh, that was me. Spot on. Spot on. Yep, that sounds like Velma. She admitted she hoped it would let her buy another cheap seaside property. Guess what else she said? And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. She also admitted to trying to put the blame on your friend Tom. Luckily, we caught her red-handed. Whew, so that's probably the end of this episode regardless, or maybe I'll have to record the other one later and like amend it to this one. But let's see what the last building is, just so that we know if we're doing it or not on channel. Hey, what was that about Lenore pretending to be a ghost? So strange, right? But hey, speaking with the gang gave me the idea to use not-so-supernatural experiences to make something fun and unique. Here's the idea. We should create a haunted house based on their adventures. I found the perfect place for the purpose. The owner claims his grandfather tried to make some sort of labyrinth escape room inside, but the project turned out to be too ambitious for him. To make my dream happen, you'll have to clean up the place, set everything in the scariest way possible. I'm not sure what's behind the bricked up and closed doors. Maybe it's a specially talented Detective Flipper to solve the riddle. Let's go get a look at this. Such a cool, weird little crossover. I'm so happy for him that this happened. So we've done this house before, right? I mean, not we, but I've done this house before, because I think it's the like old house you turn into like a museum or music school or something in the original game. Maybe it's slightly different. Oh, God. Oh, this one's going to be a project. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have time to do this one for the channel, unfortunately, y'all. I'd love to, but... Oh, this is going to be huge and involved. But yeah, thank you guys for letting me do this, and for, if those of you who actually did watch, thanks for watching. Oh God, oh God, 4. This is gonna be hours. This is gonna be hours of this. So I unfortunately do not think I'll be able to do this one for you guys. It won't let me demolish stuff, but there's definitely like secret rooms and hidden things, and yeah, this is gonna be work. So looks like I can't quite finish this one for the channel in time for Halloween, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for chilling with me as we did something a little different than we have been, and I will see you guys in the next one. Happy Halloween!